So now that we've got a really good foundation on LLMs, I want to walk through what conversational AI is, how it works, and then how I'm using it day to day. The really big reason why I chose to do conversational AI, there's so many different topics that we could choose to talk about. There's so many different things that are going on in AI, is that this for me has personally been the most transformational thing that I've done. It's the thing that I use most consistently day to day in my work as a people executive and as a people leader. So let's kind of start with what is conversational AI. So, very simply put, conversational AI is the natural language interface chat that LLMs engage with us as, right? So we're thinking it as very human mimicked conversations, which is fantastic because it's very accessible. And at the same time, because it does have a very casual nature to it, it can lead us to be very casual in response. But actually, the way that we can get the most benefit and advantage out of conversational AI is when we are more structured and formatted. So, for me, the two big changes that I've seen by using conversational AI in my work day to day is one, it's really allowed me to actually shift the narrative of how I put together business proposals and recommendations because I'm actually able to connect people and HR data together. So, historically, I have been someone who's dealt with having my business data in one system, my people data in another, and I'm either leveraging the data science or data analytics teams that I work with, or I'm manually doing the work myself to try and figure out what's causal correlated analysis, kind of what's going on in the business and what's happening on the people side. The second thing that's been really meaningful for me is that I'm able to take such large amounts of data and synthesize it, not just from an analysis perspective, but also thematically. And so when I look at conversational AI, really what we're able to do is we are taking a tool, right? So ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, those are the very big major players in the LLM conversational AI space. We're adding data to it, right? So connecting different data sources to AI, providing it context and giving it a human review. And for me, that's really what elevates conversational AI to be so transformative. And so to really explain that, I want to give you two use cases of what I do literally every single day that I work. The first one is through ChartHop. So at ChartHop, we use ChartHop, which I know most companies who have their own products, if there is a use case for, do that. So if you aren't familiar with ChartHop, we are a people platform. So we do everything from engagement surveys to performance management to headcount planning, comp planning, HRIS. We do data analytics, all of that. And so if we take a look at the tool portion, so our tool is Ask ChartHop, which is a conversational AI product built within our platform. And the data is all of our people data. So we have all of the people data from compensation, salaries to equity details, start dates, all of that. And then we also ingest Salesforce data, which is all of our details on our deals, revenue, all of that. And then our NetSuite data as well, which is all of our financial data, revenue, forecast, budget. So ChartHop actually houses all of that data together for us. And then what we do is we prompt it in a very progressive fashion to really get meaningful insights. So for me, as I'm looking through this example here, so this is in our demo account, which is our fake company Acme. But what I'm actually asking for is I'm diving into what drove sales underperformance this quarter. And so instead of it maybe creating or hallucinating some sense of what might be happening, what's actually going on is, the AI is actually diving into all of our Salesforce data, all of our NetSuite data, and then all of our performance data. So it's taking a look at performance ratings, deals closed, quota attainment, and looking at one-on-one notes. If we have engagement surveys that were run, are we seeing things that are happening on the sales team or revenue teams in particular? And so I spend my time in Ask ChartHop asking everything from, hey, when did this person start, to what was our attrition last year, to help me build a coaching plan for this team member, and more. So it's pretty phenomenal because this has never really been something that's been possible for me personally. And then the second use case is with Claude. So the enterprise version, Claude for Teams, if you've never used that before. So Claude is, and Sharon, you can skip to the next slide. Claude is one of the major conversational AI LM tools. It's by Anthropic. And so we connect two major data sources to Claude. You can do other stuff as well. We connect Google Workspace, which includes my email, everything in my Google Drive, and then also my calendar. And then we also use a model context protocol, which is, if you can think of it like an API connector between our Gong data. Gong is where we store all of our transcripts and details for all of our prospect and client calls, goes into Claude. And so this is some dummy fake data here, but I asked it to do a sales performance analysis based on a sales acumen framework. And so it actually went through thousands of Gong transcripts calls. It's pretty incredible the level of data crunching that it can do. And so these are just two examples that I use every day. There's probably a million things that I could explain, but the really incredible thing is that if you take a look at what's happening here, I'm actually able to combine the business data with the people data. And I'm not doing it manually. I'm using conversational AI to run the analyses for me, validate it, check it, synthesize it. So, if you have access to Claude or other enterprise conversational AI accounts or licenses, seeing what is it already connected to? Do you have access to Google Gemini, which is already embedded with your Google Workspace data? Do you use platforms like ChartHop or other ones that house your people data? So it's really thinking about, where does the conversational AI tool exist and where does your data exist and how do you get that into the same place as well?